Hello. There we go. Always get confused. Yes, you can see me. How are you feeling?
Sore.
Sore? What are you sore from?
Booty blast, I think.
Oh, yes. Is it your butt that's sore or is it all your legs?
Both.
Yeah, nice. Are you going to join me? I think I'm doing an upper body one tomorrow. I think that's tomorrow.
Yep.
Yay. All right, yeah, I'll just give everyone a minute. Let's go get on the mat and I'll just keep my eye on the computer. So we'll start on our back. Again, if you do have booty bands, keep them nearby or a long resistance band because I may or may not decide to use them once we get going. But we'll start on our back and we're going to start with some just single leg slides today. So same idea, just digging your fingers into your ovaries, keeping that tummy tucked in, and we're just going to slide the left leg out, bring it back in. Just trying to make sure your lower back doesn't arch, and we're just going to alternate. Let me just let it Perfect. So again, just on your back, pushing that spine nice and flat to the floor, keeping that tummy tucked in. We're just going to slide that left leg straight, bring it back in, and then we're going to alternate to that other leg. So exhaling to bring that leg back in. I'm literally just sliding my legs on the floor. Waking up that core, so I'm tucking the tummy in, kind of like the bent knee pull outs. You don't want your hips to wobble around. And again, it's just a nice gentle way just to wake up that stomach muscle. I'm going to inhale as you extend, just exhale as you bring it back in, and just keep going for me. Everyone's just checking in slowly. Middle. Hello, everyone. Let me put someone else. Sound coming through. Hello, everyone. So we're just starting on our backs, just keeping fingers dug into the ovary so we can really focus on that core switching on. Just keeping that spine nice and flat to the floor. We're just starting with some leg slides, I basically call them. So we're sliding left leg out, then bring it back in, and just alternating to the other side. Kind of like your bent knee fallouts, but we're going out straight rather than to the side, keeping those hips nice and steady. And just a nice inhale as you extend, exhale as you bring it back in from there. Again, just keeping those fingers dug in, just so we can really feel if that core muscle, that T-zone is switched on. And we're going to do one more each way, or whatever brings you back to even. Except one more to let in. There we go. Now my cat's hanging about, so she may come join in today, just a warning. Now we're going to go straight into our glute bridges, as we normally do. So just that nice big ice cream scoop as you come up, big squeeze to the top, and then just a nice big roll back down from there. So again, just waking up the butt. We'll do these without the band to start with, because we are going to go into some single-sided ones, which are hard to do with the band. Just a nice big exhale again as we come up, push those hips up as high as you can, and then rolling back down from there. Now remember, no arching through those lower backs. We're going to watch these ones good today. There's more animals joining in on all the cameras. It makes me so happy to see them all. Again, make sure you feel both butts. They're not waking up. Sometimes just like giving them a little punch, poking them helps too. And just as you exhale, just waking up that core slightly as well. Nice, these actually look really flat. We're all looking really good with these lately. You're gonna have amazing butts by the time we get back to the studio. All right, we're going to hold the next one up. So big exhale, roll. Just hold for me. And we're going to pulse those knees in and out, keeping those hips up tall, drawing those abs in and pushing those hips up as high as they can go. And just keeping those fingers, keeping those heels just where you can reach them with your fingers, making sure they don't slide. And remember, no arching through the lower back, tucking that pelvis around. And we're going to do some single leg ones. So we're going to pause those knees open, push those hips up a little bit higher. Then we're going to think about transferring the weight from our right leg over to the left leg and pull that right knee in. Then really push up high through that left butt, pushing through that left heel, drawing those abs in, focusing through the left butt. Sorry for those of you who did the booty workout yesterday. Keep squeezing those abs. And then we're going to straighten that right leg out nice and straight so it's level with that knee. We're going to big push up through the butt. That's it. Big exhale as you push up. Tummy muscles tucking in as well at the same time. Keep holding, I know it hurts. Then we're going to do some movements with the leg. So I want you to go down and up. We're going to kind of flex on the way down. It's kind of like a leg wave. Point as you come up. Flex as you come down. Point as you come up. Don't let your hips drop. So keep them up nice and high, especially as that right leg comes down. Keep pushing through the butt. Even the hamstrings. Woo, burning and tummy tucking in. Got it. Abs on tight. We don't want those hips to wobble around too much. And we're going to do one more. Strong thoughts through the butt. Then we're going to place it down and we'll reset for the other side. Ooh, my left butt's already on fire. So big exhale, roll those hips all the way up to the top. Tummy muscle tucking in. Knees nice and open. We're going to lift that left knee in and pull it in nice and close. That's it, big push up through the right butt, tummy drawing in tight. Get it up as high as you can. Then we're going to straighten through the left leg and just hold. Squeeze tight through the right butt. That's it, try and keep the leg level with that right knee. Then we're going to do the movement. So we're going to flex down, point all the way up. Squeeze your left thigh here, so we get some leg tension happening. And don't forget to squeeze hard through that right butt. That butt that is holding those hips up. Hard work. Abs on, don't let your hips wobble around too much. Strong core, strong glutes to keep it steady. So again, I'm flexing down, pointing up, squeezing those thighs hard. That's it. There we go for like 2 more. Push those hips up. Abs on, we're going to tuck them in. And then we can place that leg back down on the floor. Whew, just let it recover for a second. Then we're going to work our way back through that one more time. So we'll go straight back into our double-legged glute bridge. So just rolling those hips up and back down again. Just make sure that we have no arching through that lower back. But again, that nice big exhale as you roll up into that bridge. Yeah, nice. And again, big exhale really helps get that core switched on, and nice open knees over those toes. Don't let your feet wing out too much either. No, not too much duck foot. You can keep them slightly open, but we want to try and get those knees over those little toes. And if your feet are really wide, like really duck footed, it's a long way for your knees to go. So for a point of reference, you can maybe just point your toes more dead forward, but slightly open is usually okay. So watch that as well, because that can really affect how much your butt's kicking in. Again, just as we're opening those knees, watching those toes aren't flicking out with them. Hard to see from my end, but if you can really focus on it, that makes such a big difference. And again, just drawing that belly button muscle in, and make sure those feet don't slide away from you. We say the more perfect position we can put ourselves in, the more we get out of it. And we're working hard, so we want to try and get everything out of it we can. We're going to hold this next one up. So big scoop. Remember, roll the hips, flat spine, tummy tucking in. Let's get those hips up high. Remember, don't let your feet wing out to the side too much. Try and point them a little bit more forward. Then we're going to transfer the weight over from the right knee. So from the right leg over to the left. Pull that right leg in. That's it. Pulling that knee in a bit closer should help the pelvis tuck around a bit more as well, which helps your abs and your butt work. And push up really high. Like, try as hard as you can. And then we're going to straighten that right leg. Keep embracing the booty bone and big squeeze through your left butt. Abs on. Let's get them up high. Let's try really, really hard. Big squeeze to the top. All right, let's do those movements. So we're going to flex down, point up, like a leg wave. Flex down, point up. But don't let your hips move. Strong abs, strong core. Oh, this one always makes my butt and my hamstrings burn. This one's making me sweat, actually. So flex down, point up. Squeeze your right thigh too. So we've got leg quad tension happening. Keep your hips up. Don't let them drop. Keep working hard for what day is it today? Wednesday lunchtime. 2 more, you can do it, big push. All right, let's pop those feet back down and whew, just recover in time for the other side. All right, roll those hips up again. Squeeze those abs, squeeze the butt. That's you, we'll rest in there. Let's get those hips up. We're gonna transfer the weight now over to your right butt. Pull the left knee in close. That's it, help those hips tuck around. Keep pushing up as high as you can, then straightening that left leg. Ooh, this is my weaker butt. Can't get my hips up. Now squeeze that left leg as straight as you can, and then we're gonna move on to the waves. So we're gonna flex down, point up. Flex down, point up. Push through that heel, abs on, don't let it arch. Think about all the things that help us get the most out of this exercise. Again, flex down, point up, squeeze through that left quad. Buns of steel. Remember, the booty burn brings good things. Keep pushing through that right butt. All right, we got 2 more. So point up, flex down, 1 more of these. And then we can rest back down on the floor. Whew, that butt is feeling sore now. All right, I'm gonna get you to bring your feet up to 90 degrees. So we're gonna, for this one, I want you to try and push that spine flat to the floor. Suck your belly button in. We're gonna lift left knee up, right knee up. We're gonna go hands just above those hips and we're gonna come up into our hundreds again. So we're inhaling for 4 of the pulses, exhaling for 4. We're gonna straighten our legs pretty quickly this time. And I'm gonna throw a little challenge your way. So keeping that chest up, again, inhaling for 4, exhaling for 4. We're gonna straighten those legs. Squeeze those thighs as straight as you can. Try to stay up in this crunch if you can. If you need, you can rest your head on your hand or rest it on the floor. But if you can, staying up, inhaling for 4, exhaling for 4. Now I'm gonna chuck a bit of an advanced one your way. So we're gonna pause the arms. We're gonna lower the left, exhale, bring it up, and then alternate to the other side. Strong abs, squeeze your legs as straight as you can get them. That's it. Exhale to bring it up. Focus through the abs. If you need, we can do this with head on the floor. But if you're good, if you're feeling strong today, try to stay up in the crunch. Inhale as you drop, exhale as you come back up. Focusing on those tummy muscles, working really hard. Squeeze those knees straight. And keep those tummy muscles in. See if we can get a good ab burn going on today. All right, we're halfway. I wanted about another 12. Let me see these ones now. Did strong abs for me? Keep those shoulders down away from your ears, and if your head is just like, head is down or up, I want that spine really flat. This one ain't easy. It's a good little challenge. And hands up off the floor too. I don't want them down, no resting. We're working hard here. We're building some nice pull abs. 1 more each leg. Got it. We're going to go straight into some of our side crunchy ones. So we have done these ones a few times because I do quite like these ones. So fingers at your temples. We're going to exhale, lift. Left hand's going to come down. And you're going to pulse it for 4. 3, 2, 1. Then we're going to go sideways for our pulses. 3, 2, 1. Dropping back down. Exhale, lift again. Right hand down and pulse. 2, 3, 4. Then side. 2, 3, 4. And we'll try and keep up a good pace here. So exhale, lift. Left hand down and pulse. 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go side. 2, 3, 4. And then getting ready for the other side. Actually, you guys keep up your own pace. I'm going to have a look at these today. So that first initial crunch is nice and straight. We only twist when those hands join. Oh, these look good. These ones always give a good burn. Think of some of these side abs too. Great analogies. Great anatomy, actually. Working all those side abs. And try to keep your elbows really wide in your crunch position too. I don't want them pulling in. It's just an unnecessary bit of momentum. We're going to pop the burn through the abs. Pop them where we want them. And try and think triple chin style here as well. So you don't want to pull your neck in and look at your boobs too much. It pulls the back of your neck. Really like crunch from the torso, not from your neck. So we get a few more in. I know those abs are hopefully on fire. If they're not, then we need to work out why. Hopefully they're all burning. Just think how amazing our inverts are going to be after all this. Seriously, they're going to be so good. You're going to be like floating upside down. All right, one more each way. Or just bring yourself back to even for me. Yeah, we got it. Nice. Well, you're going to start each of those again as soon as you've done that one more time each way. I think we're all nearly there. Perfect. If you need to, just give it a quick stretch out above the head. I know how much they hurt. And then we're going to work our way through each of those again. So I'm going to chuck that advanced one your way again. So bringing knees up, just above your hips, hands above those hips. We'll start at 90 degrees first, just getting that pulse motion happening. Tummy tuck, inhaling for 4 of the pulses, exhaling for 4, and really trying to like lift from the torso, not too neck. Takes a bit of practice. And then straighten those legs, pulse those arms, keep them nice and still, and then we'll just focus on our legs, lowering, coming up. It's a good active stretch through your hamstrings as well, to squeeze those thighs tight to get that nice stretch. Inhale to drop, exhale to lift. How straight and pointed can we get those legs and toes? Again, if you need, you can do this with your head on the floor. But if you're up for the challenge, try and hold that crunch. And we're going to try and keep those hands up off the floor too. And think about those shoulders pulling down away from those ears. So I reckon we can all get those legs a bit straighter. I'm seeing some soft bends in there. I don't want no floppy knees. We don't like it floppy. Nice and straight. Yeah, again, we'll get as much out of this as we can. And I always say we always feel better when we finish the workout knowing we gave it everything we had. We always feel great afterwards. All right, dropping it down. We're going to come back up to those other ones now. Don't want to change it. No, we'll go straight into them just as they are normally. So just do side crunches, exhale, lift, left hand down and pulse for 4. And then we're going to go sideways for 4. Let's see it. Now you don't have to rush them, but try and find a nice steady pace. And work on keeping those elbows wide, chin tucked back. The front of the neck you might find gets a little bit tense. It's a good spot to get strong. Pretty much everyone tends to be a little bit weaker in the front of the neck. But it's one spot posture we want to try and strengthen for everything. Especially if you're someone who tends to get quite a sore neck. Strengthening the front of it helps the back of it relax off a little bit more. The cats come to say hi. What do you think, Puss? Are they all looking good? All right, let's keep them going. That's it again. Elbows nice and wide. These are looking really good. So I want quite a few in, so we're going to keep going. Keep working hard for me. Abs of steel. Yeah, high we're getting in these ones. And just remember, chin back. Check it. Every time you drop back down to the floor, just reset your chin. It's better to take that extra second. Now one more each way, or one more, just again, whatever brings you back to even. So as we always say, we like to be bisexual pole dancers. Nice, and then we can relax it back down once you are there. And I do want to come onto some of that side butt stuff. See how you go. If you want to, you can pop the band on, see how you go. But I do want to start with our leg nice and straight, which might be a little bit hard with the band on. And I want to start with our rectangles. So keeping tummy tucked in, making sure this is not resting on the floor. Squeeze your legs super straight. We're going to go down, back, up, forwards. So remember going down, back, up, forwards. And again, I'll just say one more time, down, back, up, forwards, rather than the other direction. Because you should feel your butt as you go back and as you go up into the movement. The real main part of your butt, the glute max as you come back, and the side butt, the glute med, as you come up. And again, just staying that hip height and above. So we don't want to drop lower than hip height. I don't want no lazy butts. I want butts that are working hard. So we're going down, back, up, forwards, and we're squeezing that leg super straight and keeping that tummy nice and tucked in. Now exhale as you come back, and exhale as you go up, and we can inhale for the rest of it. Now core tight. That muscle that we just spent some time on, you use it. It will help your butt kick in. Remember, we don't want this too much around the front of the hip. I want this more on that back butt. So place your hand on it, make sure you feel it working. And if you're getting some funny spots kick in, just let me know afterwards and we can work out why. Sometimes arching your back a little bit more can help. Not having it too kind of tucked under. I nearly counted about 12 of these. I wanted to aim for about 15. Then strong butts. Then we'll work it hard. All right, then we're going to move this leg out in front. We're going to sickle that toe down to the floor. Then we're going to exhale, lift, pushing that heel up to the roof. Same thing, keeping this side out here nice and long. Don't let it cave in. I want it lengthened. I'm going to come have a look and pick on these little side abs. That's it. I want knee nice and straight. And I'm not actually rotating my whole leg down. I'm just kind of, when I'm doing it, just pointing my foot down and just really pushing that heel up to the roof. And again, abs drawing in nice and tight because it really helps hold that pelvis steady. Sometimes I even like to hold onto my hip so I can feel if it's starting to like crunch, if I need to extend it a bit more. So many things to think about. Such a mental workout. Yeah, these look good. I'm happy, all our side abs look good. Well, good. We're pretty well in sync too, which is really cool. And then we're going to move this leg back to where we started, and we're going to do our bicycle one. So we're going to bend, kick, swooping it back. Again, try to stay hip height and above for me. Stick that butt out slightly. Just so you're not too tucked under, but still keeping core switched on. We've got a nice neutral spine going on. Same again, abs on strong. Exhale as you bring that right leg back. You inhale as you kick, exhale as you swoop. So the bend, the kick, and the swoop. Squeezing that right knee as straight as we can. Hopefully we're all feeling the booty burn. Got it, we're nearly there. Let's go to 15. So I'm going to go for about 3 more. Inhale as we bend, kick, and then exhale as we swoop. 1 more. Again, abs on strong. All right, and I do want to do our 90-degree ones because I want to hit that underbutt slightly again. So just extending the hip long, tummy tucking in, and we're going to lift the whole thing up and then drop it back down. Just focusing through that underbutt again, really leading open with the knee. And again, you can place your hand on the underbutt. Usually you can feel it tense up. Sometimes that side butt's still really sore though. So that's cool if you feel it there still. But again, drawing your abs in and just slightly sticking your butt out can make all the difference. Let's aim for about 20 of these. Well, actually, if we don't have the bands on, I should make us do more. 30? And again, just embracing that butt burn. It'll be well worth it after this. Some amazing splits. About another 2 and 1. All right. Whew. I just want to do one more thing on this leg before we roll around to the other side. So just coming back up to your single-legged glute bridge, we're going to straighten that left leg out so it's kind of level with the right knee. And we're going to try and just push through the right heel, push all the way up to the top. See if you can really just go straight up into the glute bridge and get that right butt, just squeezing that a little bit more. This is actually my weak butt, so I struggle to push straight up into this one, but just holding that single leg, squeeze through the butt. Sorry to bring back the same one again. I feel like it just needed it. It's a big exhale, push, and let's dropping it back down. Just a quick hold. All right, let's do the other side. So on this side, starting with our rectangles, leg out nice and straight, abs tucking in tight. We're going to go down, back, up, forwards. Again, it's down, back, up, forwards. Just trying to get us all going that same direction. So again, it was down, back, up, forwards. So you're kind of moving the rectangle back behind you before you come up. Squeezing your leg as straight as you can as well. And again, just watch this side, that top side of your torso. I don't want it to crunch. This muscle's not, I don't want that one to do the work. I want this one. I want the booty to work. And again, exhale as we're coming back and up. And just watch as you do come back, that you don't arch to pull the leg behind you. You actually physically squeeze your butt to move the leg. backwards and up. And no dropping lower than hip height. The bottom of the rectangle is hip height. The rest of it is all above. And we're working these booties hard. We're going to get as much out of this 40 minutes as we can. Good little break in the work day. Squeeze that knee nice and straight. All right, about 3 more from my counting. And again, squeeze it tight. Abs on strong, especially on the back and the up. They're the most important parts. Last one. And then we're going to move this leg out in front now. Slightly point, sickling the toe down to the floor. Push through the heel as you come up. Abs on strong. Strong booty muscles for me. Yeah, let's just get the most out of this part of our day as we can. Feels good to get the blood moving, especially if you've been at a computer all day. 13, about 2 more. Exhale on the lift. Nice. And then we're going to move to our bicycle one. So we got our bend, kick, swooping it back. Let's come have a look at the side abs on these ones. Bend, kick, swoop. Squeezing the knee straight. And don't let your knee point down to the floor either. Remember, open knees pretty much for every exercise really is the key to getting the booty switched on. Abduction, we call it. So abducting those knees. Bend, kick, and swoop. Look at those pointed toes. See how straight you can get that leg too on that swoop. Let's see if we can get those quads working too. Oh, that's really good. Again, if you don't feel the butt, you just got to kind of like just ask yourself why. Is there one step I'm missing? You can always get it working. Sometimes it's just a little bit more like extension through that top side of the torso. Poking out a little bit more, core switched on a bit more. It's always a way to get it a bit more switched on. All right, about 4 more for me. These look good, keep pushing through, don't stop just yet. I know they're on fire. I know the feeling. Mine's on fire and I haven't even done all the reps. All right, let's bring our knees up to that 90-degree spot now. One of my favorite ones. Extending that hip nice and long, we're going to go for the underbutt. So leading open with the knee, abs tucking in. These ones look good. Remember, you're going to lead open with the knee. Yeah, got it. And really focusing on that underbutt. Again, sometimes placing your hand there, it always sounds funny, I know, but sometimes that mind-muscle connection thing, just having your hand there really helps. Sometimes you physically need to sometimes it just won't switch on, you just need to physically give it a little punch to get it going. Nice. And just make sure you're not rotating back as you're coming up either. Really steady, really still. Do about 20 of these. I've counted about 10. Do about 10 more. Pretty well at the same pace, which is cool. About number 7. Nearly through the butt bird. So much booty to it. And 1. All right, we can relax that down. I want to come up to this single leg glute bridge now. So what side are we on? Left butt. So coming up. Big exhale as we roll up. Ice cream scoop it. So tuck those hips around. Draw those abs in. And we're going to, actually no, sorry, we're not coming up. I'm going to go straight leg into it. So straighten your leg, then coming up into it. Just remember to scoop those hips up. Push hard through the left butt. This one's my good butt. Hopefully the demonstration's a little bit higher. But squeeze that leg that's straight. Squeeze it really straight. Leg tension. Tummy tucking in and push really hard. Big push. I know it burns, but try and stay with me. It'll be worth it in the end. Just pop all those goals in the distance and we'll just keep glute bridging towards them. Big exhale as we lift. All right, let's drop it back down from there. And we'll get back onto these abs now. So we're going to lift our knees up to 90 degrees. Keeping tummy muscles tucked in, spine nice and flat to the floor. I want to do a little toe tap and then a lift up. So I'm keeping my knees bent at 90 degrees. Just focusing on keeping my spine flat, tummy tucked in. Now if you don't feel your abs and you're finding your back's arching away from the floor, that will create some lower back pain, so just pay attention with keeping flat. If you are struggling, just change to single leg. And if it's still hurting, you can pop one leg on the floor and keep going. But if you're feeling good, just a little toe tap, lift up. Let's have a look. So remember, no arching through the lower back allowed. Lower back pain is never okay. The tummy muscles really tuck them in. Tuck them in as close in towards that spine as you can. Like literally, if you stick your fingers under your back, do they fit? They shouldn't. The big exhale as those toes come up. Oh, these look really nice. Got it. All right, give me one more toe tap. We're going to keep those knees up at 90 degrees. I want you to go hands just above those hips. We're going to lift into this crunch position again. I want you to bring your hands just above your head, and we're just going to hold. Just holding for me. This one's going to be tough, but we're going to do our best to just hold. Again, chin tucking back. Try and relax the back of your neck. If this is too hard, you can keep your hands there, but if you can, I want those arms up. Again, this is tough. Keep trying to lift, especially as you exhale. It's the best time to kind of lift up a little bit higher. Big lift. To be honest, even just with your head down, if you need to, it's quite tough to focus on this hold. So you can just hang out there, but if you can, I want this hold. All right, we can relax the head back down. Whew. All right, next one we're going to do again is going to involve keeping your knees here. I want to go one hand on top of the other. We're going to exhale, come through, and then drop back down again. I'm just coming through my knees. Keeping my chin tucked back in line with the spine. And really focus on squeezing through those abs. All right, let me have a look. There we go. Reach as far through those knees as you can. Again, exhale as we lift. Oh, these look really good. And try not to flick your head through because that hurts. Front of the neck's cool if that gets a little bit worn out. That means the muscle's working. It's the back of the neck we want to try and prevent. Again, that comes with practice. It's not easy to get rid of that pain. Also, making sure your shoulders are down away from your ears can help with any neck pain as well. All right, one more crunch. Then we're going to go through all those one more time. So you can relax it back down to the floor. Again, give it one big stretch above head. It always feels nice if you need it. But I don't want to sit here for too long. I want to come straight back into them. So, bringing those knees back up to 90 degrees. Tummy's tucking in, spine flat to the floor. We're going to tap the toes. We can go for the double tap, or you can go single leg, or you can place one leg on the floor and tap. But I can give you a more advanced version too. If you feel like you want more, a little bit more, you can stretch those legs out nice and straight and then bring it back in again. But your spine has to be flat to the floor. So if it's not flat, then don't do this one. But if you feel like you want the challenge, extend that straight, bring it back in. Otherwise, toe tap and back up. So a few different variations. Just pick the one that gets your abs burning. Single leg, double leg, stretch it. Pick the one that works. Hopefully these abs are feeling good now. And that nice big exhale as we come up into that toe, as we come back up. Got it? And take your time. Like sometimes you just need to reset yourself and that's cool. I'd rather you take a chance to reset your spine before you go again. Thinking shoulders down as well. It's really common for everyone to when they start thinking about squeezing their abs for their shoulders to get tense, think about pulling them down. Again, that comes with practice. And it is very common, so keep an eye on it. Get two more. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you come up. Breathing really makes a big difference. All right, we're going to come up to that hold. So keeping your knees at 90 degrees, hands above those hips. Lift, hold if you can. Hands above head. Keep lifting. And if this is too much, you can leave your hands there, or you're welcome to place your head on the floor. But if we can, I really want to try hard to just hold, reach. That's it, reach really high. Keep focusing on that tummy muscle tucking inwards. It's a bit different to letting it just kind of poke out and squeeze. So I'm sinking it in. It'll make it work a bit harder. Ooh, that burns. Let's go for a little bit longer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, let's relax that head down. Hands on top of each other. We're going to crunch through the knees and back down again. That's it. Again, just focusing on where that neck's going to sit. Shoulders down as you come up. This is hard. Try not to smack back down to the mat. I know those abs are probably tired, but nice and controlled. You put your head back down, not gravity. You don't want to smack it down. You need to control every little part of the movement. And that nice big exhale as we come up. Nice, these look really controlled. Again, if you need, you can just reset yourself. We don't need to rush through it. I do want to find a nice steady pace and keeping it moving, but I'd rather you take the time to reset if we need. Well done, these look good. Give you 2 more. All right, then I want to hit that lower back a little bit more. We'll do it from the floor today. So facing the floor, we're going to go hands bent kind of like a W position. So my arms are here, I'm not raised up towards my ears, shoulders down, and I'm going to squeeze back as I lift up. The shoulders pull down, we're going to lift up into our back extension and then back down. Sorry, I just did some back bending, so my back's not going to lift very high for you. But lifting up as high as you can into that back extension, it's pooped now. I was doing these earlier. These are really good for you. Try not to flick your head up. Try and look straight down at the floor. And just keep that chin, like, yeah, you don't want to pull it back with your neck. That's not the muscle we want. So, like, yank those shoulders down away from your ears. Try and, like, squeeze your shoulder blades down and back. Keep your chin triple chin style, so tuck it in. And then lifting from there. Now, see if you can use your butt to help you lift here. Really squeezing your butt. Drawing those abs in. And I even like to like slightly tuck my tailbone, not a full tuck, just a slight tuck I find helps everything kick in really nice. And then we're going to step up the game with these ones. All right, this time we're going to go arms out nice and straight ahead. Again, I might not lift very hard for you, but I'll try. The arms straight ahead, heads down. We're going to squeeze in and then relax it back down to the floor. Squeeze and relax. And really focus on feeling your scapula pull down away from those ears. Like feel somewhere in the middle that back start to kick in. Kind of like those angel wings we do on the wall. It's the same thing. We're in a different position. Shoulder blades come down, elbows come in. As we're lifting up into the back extension as well. Butt is also really important in these back extensions. Use those glutes to help you get up. So just think elbow in line with the wrist. And shoulders like pulling down away from those ears. See if you can feel some lower trap kick in. That's the spot in the middle of your back. Right at the bottom of your shoulder blades, kind of like right in the middle of them. 2 more for me. And then I'm going to make it 1 step harder because you guys look amazing. And you can take the challenge. Perfect. All right, challenge. We're going arms out nice and straight. We're going to lift up with straight arms. We're going to try and keep feet on the floor still for this one. Exhale, lift as high as you can, and then dropping back down again. Now this one, you can let your shoulders come up, because we're above head, we don't have to pull those shoulders down, so we can let them come up a little bit closer to those ears. But see if you can lift with straight arms. So much harder, right? Oh, but you're getting it. Look how high you're getting. You're all getting higher than what I was. Oh, these look really good. Promise I did these a lot higher earlier. Good, big exhale. Try and narrow those arms as well. So hands are right in line with those shoulders. We're not too long out to the side. And I'm going to be big. You're going to hold. You ready? 1, 2, 3, and hold. That's it. Just keep holding. Lift those arms right up behind you. You can do it. Big lift. Big lift. I promise is the only hold you're going to do. So try really hard for me. Keep lifting. All right, drop it down. You can give it a nice big stretch. So just keeping those knees nice and open, and we'll just bring that butt back to those heels. And we'll probably cut out in a moment, but we'll see if we can get a little bit of stretching in. Just hold. And then just take a step over to the right as far as you need to feel stretch down the left side. Oh, that feels amazing. Such a gentle stretch, but it's honestly one of my favorites. Feels so good.